What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bears News Network. I'm your host, Mike Edison, alongside with my co-host, DeAndre Cootie Hicks, man. We back giving you guys great Bears news, man. Also, listen, check it out. We got to get to the subscribers that we said in order to give out the two prizes for our two new subscribers. If you go back and look on our page, on our YouTube page, we have a picture of some of the prizes that we got over here at Bears News Network. We got a lot more of the prizes. If you go take a look at the picture, you can see possible prizes that we will be giving out here on the show. So don't forget, we said we wanted 50 plus subscribers. We need 36 or more subscribers right now to reach that 100 or more in a couple of days of the week that I said, in order for us to find two lucky subscribers and bless them with some kind of Bears memorabilia, man. All courtesy of Bears News Network. So if you're a big Bears fan, no matter where you at around the world, man, like, comment, and subscribe, man. Subscribe to this channel so you could possibly win Bears memorabilia. And for all my Bears fans who's never been to a Bears game, man, it won't hurt to hit that subscribe button and possibly have an opportunity to win a pair of Chicago Bears tickets with a $25 gift card, courtesy of Mia Cootie here at Bears News Network. So, we got a lot to get into, man, with this episode. Not too much, but we just want to touch bases with you guys. It's been a minute since me and Cootie been on camera together, so we back here, man, trying to give you guys back the news. There's been a lot of stuff going on. I've been sick, he been sick, but we back at it giving you guys the news, man. So we're going to get right into it, man. It's been rumors that Ryan Post is willing to trade out of the number 9 spot and even back further. We're going to get into that. How far is too far back, Cootie? That's what we're going to talk with and see how far is too far back for this team where we can still get some kind of blue chip caliber player to add to this roster. Also, we're going to talk about with this team and the changes that Ryan Poles did make, how many wins do you see the Chicago Bears having this year? They got the Bears at 7.5. You could take the upper or under. I'm taking over, man. We're going to get into all that right here. Okay, so let's get right into it, Cody. It's been rumored that Ryan Poles, George McCaskey said that if Ryan Poles sees a player at 9 that he's really sold on, he could grab him. But also, Ryan Poles is open to trading out of that number 9 spot a little further back if possible. That's an option on the table. Now, we know Ryan Poles wants to get as much draft capital as he can for this team. He's not shy of trading at all, as we can see over these last 2 seasons since he's been our GM. He trades a lot to get more draft capital for us. So, if you was Ryan Poles, Cootie, what's your pushback mark of where you would say, okay, we can move back a little bit more, but this is my cutoff line?
All right, so how I look at it with the first round, it's set up. It's about 30, 31 picks or so. So I'll break it down into those 3 tiers. You got the 1 through 10, the 11 through 20, then you got that 21 through 31. And I would say as long as we within that second tier, as long as we don't go past pick 20, I think we can still make something happen. We won't have our premier players. We won't get a top 10 draft pick. It won't be one of those high profile players that just has to go, those earlier numbers. But we can still get a solid starter somewhere in between there.
Yeah. So you say you wouldn't go past 20.
Nope.
Who do you see them possibly trading with, from that, you say that 11 and up spot? Who do you see them possibly trading with, and what do you see them possibly getting back in return?
Okay, to me, the one that makes sense. I mean, we kind of actually talked about it a little bit because I was going Green Bay's way, but we decided that they're not gonna mess with us. That's our rival. They won't, even though they might get put in a better position, they won't let us get put in a better position. So that one's off. But I think that'll really be a sweet spot at 15. But I think we go with 16 with the Commanders. We could probably go down to them 16. They take our 9, and then finesse them a little bit. Maybe get that 47 pick in the second round. And then, just because Commanders have a lot going on, they need players in a couple different positions. If I'm not mistaken, they still have some QB trouble. So the higher, the better for them. And I think we can make it work. Just like I say, with all the confusion that's going on in that organization between with the owners, like I say, QB, players, injuries, stuff like that. So I definitely think that we can make that happen with them. And then with doing that, we'll be at pick 16. So I think that we'll have to go. We're gonna either side of the ball, offense or defense. We just want to get like Peter or Jalen Carter. We want to get those premier players. But there's still players out there like Broderick Jones, Miles Murphy, Brian Breezy. There are guys that we can't get that will be impactful starters. Maybe not day one, but at some point they'll be a starter on the team and they will impact the team. It's just that, like I said, we'll be getting from those second tier of players. That's all. But I think we could grab somebody good out of that.
Okay, so you think that we shouldn't move ourselves out of you know the you say the top 20?
Right, right. Yeah, we have to stay within the top 20.
Okay, okay, and I agree with you. I most definitely I'm a little bit more safer. I want to play a little bit more safer. I'm gonna say I don't want to get out of the top 15. Um,
Okay.
I think if we was to go past 15, any team that's willing to give us they would have to be willing to give us next year's first round pick. When you just look at how the draft moved last year, well 2 years ago, the same year that we got Justin Fields, um,
Okay.
we moved from pick 20 to pick 11 to get him, and we had to give up two first round picks. So,
Mm,
like, that's why I'm like, when we look at how this draft board turns to, I think if we was to get past 15, that we can squeeze the next year's first out of it. But if I'm Ryan Post, if you can do that, I'm down for it. But I'm looking at New England. I'm looking at New England right now, up and coming team on the rise. Bill Belichick. I'm looking to see if he's willing to move up from 14 to number
okay.
9. You're still in that top 15 ish pick, so you can still get an impactful player. And New England will be have to give up that 46 pick, which you don't have a pick in the 40s or the 30s of the early second round of the draft. So you're really not picking until the 50s and the 60s. So if you can bridge that gap, from after having that first round pick to not really picking until later on in that second round, if you can get some picks in the 30s, a pick in the 30 or 40s of this year's draft, just to bridge that gap so you can get another starting caliber type player, I'm be willing to do that. And if they are willing to do that and they do switch with New England at 14, I can see them going to get Darnell Wright, the right tackle from Tennessee.
Mm,
Um,
okay.
Even though, like you said, the guys that we really like won't be there, as far as my favorite Paris Johnson and your favorite with Peter Saransky, even though they may be taken off the board. But you can still, like you said, you can still get good caliber starting players, even out of that top 10, So with that being said, when you look at his numbers, PFF numbers was a 71.4 overall. His pass blocking is at 80.2, and his run blocking is a 65, which is average, and he had 895 snaps. So when I look at him, solid, nice right tackle. Like I said, pass blocking is still average. Tennessee didn't do that much of that much running on a wide scale scheme where he had to do a lot of run blocking, but he's still serviceable in that area. And
Yeah.
also, his pass blocking, man, is tremendous. He's at an 80.2. That's well over average. So, just seeing what they can do with him and not necessarily having to move Braxton Jones, because it's been talk if they was
Right.
to go get Paris Johnson, they will move Paris to the left side and move Braxton to that right side. But if you go out and get Darnell Wright, who strictly has played that right tackle spot mostly all his career, you wouldn't have to maneuver that line around, and you will have your starting right tackle right there, starting caliber right tackle right there, and Darnell Wright with that pick. So if I'm the Bears, I'm looking to go. Like you said, they could go defensive, uh, but I'm looking to try to give Justin Fields some more protection. I'm going offensive line, first round pick. That's just how I feel. And if you're not gonna go, like you said, if you're not gonna go offensive line, then you most definitely have to address the trenches and attack that defensive line. So,
Yes, yes.
but we want to know, man, what would you guys do with the number 9 overall pick? Would you guys trade it further back to get more draft capital? We want to know. We want to hear from you guys. Let us know right underneath this video. There'll be a question right there for you. Like I said, man, this video is brought to you by Riverside. If you ever want to do some broadcasting or anything like that, you can choose Riverside. Riverside is the best side and it gets the job done. Also, like we said, we're 36 subscribers away from the jackpot goal that we wanted to hit in order to get to give away the two prizes to the new subscribers. So if you're watching this video, like we said, and you're a big Chicago Bears fans and you love Chicago Bears gear, along with the opportunity to go to one of the games, man, courtesy
Yes,
of us,
yes.
hit that big red subscribe button. It won't hurt, man. And give us an opportunity over here at Bears News Network. You won't be disappointed. Okay. Also, Jalen Carter did visit with the Chicago Bears for the second time in the recent couple of months. So just I think this is something that we should look into. I think Ryan Poles is just basically trying to see after today it would have been a decision made if they really want to take Jalen Carter at that 9 spot or they are fine with moving on from him. And I think this plays a huge part in them actually moving out of that number 9 spot. I think after they visit today, like they're still in a comfortable place at number 9 where they can still get a blue chip caliber player. But I think that at that number 9 spot, I think they'd be more willing to move out of it if they're, like we know Will Anderson's not going to be there possibly.
Right.
And, if Jalen Carter, if somebody that they're interested in, then I think they would take him at 9. But if Ryan Poles is told that Jalen Carter is not someone that they want to bring to the Bears organization, I can see him possibly, trading back for like we
Yeah,
said,
making this
trading back
happen.
more back, and trying to get more back in capital too. So I think it all depends on how the draft board falls out too, because we know at least Paris Johnson or Peter Sharansky should be there. At least one of them should be there, if not both of them. But you never know how the draft board turns out. So
Yeah.
I just think, man, with Jalen Carter visit, I just think Ryan Post they're going to find out everything that they really want to know about him and see if they really want to make him a Bear, man. So, would I like to see the Chicago Bears sign Jalen Carter? No doubt about it. He's a generational talent,
Yeah,
but
it'll still be great.
um, just with, I wouldn't be upset if they did trade him, but if I had to pick up the litter, I'm going with my boy Paris Johnson, the offensive tackle from Ohio State. Now, Cody,
Oh yeah.
how do you feel about the Bears doing the second visit with Jalen Carter?
It's kind of like what you said. It just shows that they're making that decision, because we know they haven't skipped on him because he came back a second time, but now it's them really probably evaluating his character, seeing what he's about, really talking to him as a person because they know all the things with him as a football player. So now it's getting to know him as a person. And like you say, it's probably their way of figuring out if they're gonna make this trade back or not. Because if they like him, and you say second visit, they're gonna get him if he's proved to be that guy. Because we need him on the line. We know we need him on that D line. So if he's checked all the boxes out, it'll probably be the upside. But if not, like you say, it just puts Ryan Poles and what's his next move is he's moving those picks around or not. But I like it. I like to see that they're talking.
Yeah, exactly. So let us know. Would you guys like to see the Chicago Bears draft Jalen Carter at that number 9 overall spot? We want to hear from you guys. Let us know right underneath this video. Also, man, like I said, hit that big red subscribe button if you're a Chicago Bears fans, man. Hit that big red subscribe button. You never know. Like I said, you could win something over here at Bears News Network. Well, it's been one. we
Oh
gave you
yeah.
guys we gave you guys the news that we had to get out to you guys. Also, we will have another episode coming up, and hopefully we can have that 36 more subscribers that we need. We said we wanted 50, we down. We need 36 more. So let's get that goal, man, so we can give these prizes
Yes.
out to you guys, man. We appreciate you guys sticking with us over here at Bears News Network. And like we always say over here at Bears News Network, man, bear
Bear
down.
down.